everybody. I'm Penguin.
I'm Chef.
And welcome to the kitchen.
There's food.
We have Foodi do too. You gonna say hi to everybody, Pood? Say hi, everybody. My Penguin family, my Foodi do family.
Hi, everybody.
He got a shave today. Chef gave him a shave.
Yeah, everywhere but his face.
Mama's got to come back and trim his face because
Yeah.
Mama does around his eyes and his little beard. So
he was pretty hairy. It's hot outside today. So.
Yeah, it's cold in here, but it's hot outside. So anyway, we thought we'd bring you guys along for what we're having for dinner tonight, right, Chef?
Yep.
You look like you're ready to fall asleep. Tell them what you've been doing today.
Outside working.
Tell them what you did.
Planted 2 trees and weed eated. And
so that makes how many trees you've planted in the last couple of days?
4.
4. And how's your auger doing?
The auger's doing great. I got a fire pit outside and I want to put some rock around it. So I use the auger just to go around it in a circle all the way around it like 3 times about that deep to dig it out. It works great for that too. Just killed my arm. I got a bad arm.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess Chef thinks the camera's down at Foodi because he didn't look up at the camera one time. Are you looking at the camera? Hello.
I am now.
So that way your head blocks the TV so we don't get a copyright claim.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Today we decided we're going to have some Italian beef, or I should say this evening. We're going to have Italian beef, so I thought I would show you how we do Italian beef our way. Me and the chef actually do it a little bit different. So one time I'm going to do it my way. One time we'll do it his way. But for now, we're going to do it my way because I'm cooking the meal. We're going to do it in the Ninja. And there's a fly right there. The door's been open a lot today.
Yeah,
and
I've been going in and out. So
yeah, a pesky one. So we're going to nab him here in just a little bit. Even though it's a little added protein, but I don't want it. I don't want it in the Italian beef. Anyway, so what I started to say is I'm going to use the Ninja. We're going to pressure cook it. You don't have to do it this way. If you have a slow cooker, you can do it that way. If you're going to do a slow cooker, I would recommend cooking it on high for the first hour, turning it down to low, and cooking it for about 8 to 10 hours using the very same ingredients. So what we have over here, and we're going to have leftovers. So I have a chuck roast here, and we found it on sale, marked down to $9.06. This is about a 2.5 pound of Angus chuck roast. You can use any chuck roast, round roast, any meat, any beef that you want. We've got some deli rolls over there that we're going to be putting this on when it's done. But inside the crock pot with our chuck roast, we're going to be putting a half of a big sweet onion, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and I like to use this. You can find this at Walmart or usually most any stores without the glare. I'm trying to get the glare off of it. This is called Louie's Italian Beef Au Jus Seasoning. This is super, super, super good. I highly recommend this. Like I said, I know Walmart sells it. And you should be able to find it in most other stores also. And last but not least, mild banana peppers. Some people use pepperoncinis. I like to use the mild banana peppers. We do put the pepperoncinis on our sandwich when we eat it, but this is going to cook into our beef, juice and all. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the camera set up. Oh, and also we have a cup of beef broth, just a cup of water, and I added a teaspoon of our beef broth to it, or our beef mix to it. Chef already put it up for me.
sorry.
And provolone cheese. You always want to have some good cheese. We always use provolone. That's the typical cheese that you put on an Italian beef sandwich. And yes, we need a little bit of oil to saute our beef. So I'm going to get this beef cut up and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, and we're back. And we got our meat. I went ahead and trimmed a bunch of the fat off of it. It had quite a bit of fat on it. Of course, we did want to leave some because that's a lot of your flavor. And I went ahead and slivered up the onion. I decided just to go ahead and use the whole onion.
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
Yeah, didn't end up to be that big once you took off the outside. So anyway, let me readjust you guys here just a minute. If I could do it without the thing falling off. To the Ninja. right here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open my lid because we are going to saute this meat. So I'm just going to start it. And we want sear saute. We've got it on high. So excuse my arm here. I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of oil.
EVOO.
Yeah, EVOO, as Rachel Ray would say.
Yeah.
Extra virgin olive oil. Isn't that what Popeye does?
Hang on, I'll go get the can of spinach.
Yuck.
I love spinach.
You do, I don't. I'm not a big spinach eater.
Spinach with vinegar on it.
I'll eat a little bit. One of the hospitals that I worked at, everybody kept telling me, oh, you need to try their spinach. Before you can out spinach, you need to try theirs. And they had some I did try it, and it was really good. It had a little bit of bacon in it and some vinegar, and I think they put just a touch of brown sugar in it. And that was some really, really good spinach.
Yeah,
so
good.
I did try that one. Oh, it'd be good if I hit start. I'm sitting here waiting for it. I'm still getting used to this. We use the air fryer on it more than anything, and I'll tell you, Chef's not real fond of the air fryer.
The basket's not big enough, and it doesn't heat up super, super fast. Last night we had copycat potato soft tacos, but we put
Taco Bell potato soft tacos. Yeah,
but we put chicken in them too. So I put about 4 chicken tenders in there, Walmart chicken tenders, and we bought a bag of the seasoned fries, the big like potato wedge seasoned they have there. And I threw, I don't know, about 10 big ones and about 10 little ones in there.
Yeah. Can you give me the salt and pepper from down there, please?
And I've tried to follow the instructions it gives you on cooking French fries and stuff. And it only tells you to turn it at a certain temperature, and you can't. If you do it that way, it takes forever for them to cook. So I just set it on 400.
That's the way it was on our other air fryer that went bad. It was 400.
Yeah, I left it at 400. But I left that at 400. It took about 16 minutes to cook the potato wedges and the tenders. But that was all I could fit in the basket, too, because it's just not that big. And this is a 6.5 quart one. Now, they make a 8. Is it 8 or 8.5?
They make a 7.5 and an 8 quart. Our old one was a 6.5 quart. I think it's an 8 quart. I'm going to go ahead and salt this while Chef is talking. I'm going to add my seasonings.
But it might be better than this one as far as size. But I really liked our old one that was a 7 quart or 7.5 quart. It had plenty of room in the basket, and you could pick the basket up with the handle and shake all your stuff around to rearrange it. Where this thing, you got to reach down inside of it with something to move your stuff. You can't just do it like you did the other one. So we're thinking about getting us another air fryer to go along with this, since it's an Instapot too. So
unfortunately, the one we got off of QVC or HSN. I can't remember which, but I did try to search for one, and they were sold out. They didn't have any more, and I don't know if they're going to be getting any more.
Yeah. We've been looking at them at different stores, different ones, but.
All right, so I have salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder on this side of the meat. And I think we're good to go now. I think it's hot, so I'm just going to put it in on the seasoned side down. It could have got a little hotter, but that's okay. I can hear it sizzling. It's just a little low sizzle. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I'll show you what it looks like here in just a minute. But get all the pieces in here. And then we'll season up the other side.
She was talking about the difference in mine and hers, and there's not a lot of difference.
Just a little.
Just a little. I add a couple more components to it than she does, and I use the pepperoni peppers inside mine, not just on the sandwiches.
Okay, if you can see down in there. I like the camera because it also helps me see down in there. I know there's a little shadow, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm just lightly, I'm not going too heavy on the salt because everything that we're putting in here is going to have some salt in it. So I'm going to do pepper. We like our pepper. And a little bit more garlic powder.
I'm trying to decide whether to can some stuff tomorrow. I've never used a canner before. I've always just did a hot water bath. And I have a big aluminum pot I got at a yard sale a long time ago that's big enough to hold this big one.
I'm going to interrupt Chef just a second. I want to let you guys know that you want to leave it sit in the Instant Pot to allow it to sear. So if you try to move it right now, it's going to get stuck to the bottom. You want to let it sit until it releases, because then you're going to have a good caramelization on the meat. Sorry about that, Chef.
Right. And also, I was reading, we have a glass top stove, which we didn't have before. So I don't know whether that pot will be good to use in a glass top stove or not. It's a huge aluminum pot, like a 10-quart one.
Big, big, big pot. And we've used it for like outside cooking, for chili, when we were like feeding a bunch of people.
Yeah, we used to have a gas stove before.
Yeah, we had a gas stove before, and it was good to do the water bath canning, and that's the only kind that I'm familiar with. I see people do this, you know, the pressure canning, like Cynthia at Our Big's Adventure, and which is great. I think Our Big's Adventure. She's an awesome canner. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, I'll leave a link in the description box. But she does the pressure canning, and she really knows her stuff. She was telling a story in her last video about where she learned to do her canning at. So, but yeah.
We found a really good recipe for it. Corn, I can't remember the whole name of it.
Cherry tomato corn salsa.
Yeah, it says it takes 5 pounds of cherry tomatoes to end up getting 6 pints. Is it pints?
Yeah, 6 pints.
6 pints. Salsa when you're done.
Because I like corn salsa.
And I don't know how big the containers I got is. I probably got about 300 and some cherry tomatoes in the refrigerator right at the moment.
Hi, Chef.
Oh. Plus, I got about a dozen big tomatoes out on the back porch that need to be used, and I got more I got to pick.
So after this video, we're going to be doing a tag. We were tagged by Darlene McFate in one of her videos, so we're going to be doing that once we get this going.
You don't have to do it. I told you it's not legal.
Huh?
She didn't say ollie oxen free before she
ollie oxen free.
She didn't say ollie oxen free before she said tag.
The only thing is I'm not going to be on camera. Chef has graciously agreed to do it for me because I've just not. Chef knows I've been sleeping.
She got no sleep last night. She's running on empty.
Yeah, like about an hour last night, maybe an hour or so before.
I got about 5, 6 maybe.
But it was for a good cause, because Chef, we got up yesterday morning and Chef took us. Well, no, not yesterday morning, sorry. Saturday morning. So I'm kind of running, this is day 3 on a little fuel, but yesterday, Chef found a couple of really cool things, and we'll show you guys when he gets done doing the tag video.
Robinson had a town-wide yard sale on starting Friday. We got up early and went over. We found a few yard sales with a few things, but nothing really great. I missed out at the last yard sale by moments.
Oh, he did. You ladies would have been puking.
There was 5 women up there looking around, and one guy at the yard sale that was out in the country, right off the highway. And they had big zucchinis and stuff up there for $1 a piece. And I come back and asked if she wanted a couple of those, and was looking at some other stuff.
And yes, of course, because we're going to be making some zucchini bread in a couple of days.
And they had some wicker baskets, and there was a woman who was there before me. She was already there.
Trying to hold the camera and flip the meat.
Right in that area where they were at. And I'm trying to distance myself from people because I'm the only person there wearing a mask. Nobody else has got a mask on, and most of them were older than I am. So I picked a couple of things out to buy, and she snagged these baskets. And one of them was just beautiful.
Oh, they were beautiful baskets.
One of them was, just really beautiful. And I seen her when she set them down up there and told the lady she was going to buy them. They were $1 a piece.
I mean, these ladies, these baskets were like
$50 baskets.
$50 to $100 baskets. The beautiful designs and colors. Oh my Lord, I thought I was going to be sick.
And then as I'm paying, I'm looking down at the table where they got stuff there that I'm paying at, and there's a horse. And it's I don't know if you can pan over here for a second. The horse was that tall and that long with a saddle, and I thought it was gray plastic. I got to looking at it. It was metal.
All metal.
All metal horse except for the saddle.
Like something you see on Little House on the Prairie.
And as I'm paying, there's two different women. One woman doesn't want to take care of me paying. The other woman, she's trying to tell the other woman to do it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just trying to get a word in edgewise to ask about the horse. It's only got 50 cents on it. 50 cents. And before I can get a word out about the horse, some other old woman who was already there, yard sale, and evidently knows both these ladies, grabs that horse and, yeah, that's mine too, and throws it over in a box over on the porch. Oh my God. And I know from my mom and dad doing antiques, metal horses are worth money.
But one of the things that we found yesterday that Chef only paid $1 for.
Yeah, I got some good deals.
I looked on eBay and they only have, I've only found one online, just one. And that one is on eBay for sale for $125 and we paid $1 for it. But we're not going to sell it because it's super cool, but you guys will be seeing that in the tag video. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, sorry about the camera, guys. Again, trying to hold the camera and do this one-handed. I'm going to go ahead and pull the meat out. We got it brown on both sides. I'm going to pull it out and set it on my cutting board.
I got me a small Sega Genesis too. It's preloaded with games and you can put cartridges in it for $5. You look at one of them up too. It's like $70 on eBay. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
$69.99 and it was $60.99 and $3.99 shipping and handling on eBay for
$65 now.
the very same thing.
You got a lot of good stuff at that yard sale.
Okay, so I'm going to take just a tad bit more oil, just a little bit, down in there. And I'm going to go ahead and get our onions in. Just going to pre-cook our onions up a little bit. Yum, yum. These are Vidalia sweets.
Since that onion wasn't very big, you want the little bit we have in the refrigerator diced up? Use it up?
Yep. Might as well. The more onion, the merrier.
There's only a couple tablespoons worth. That's all it's in the container.
Yeah, dump them on in. So,
No, just use some finer diced stuff. They'll cook up enough and just make flavor.
I have to slice up another one though, because I like some on top of my sandwich too.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All right. That got the onion in. But anyway, yeah, we found a couple of cool finds yesterday at yard sale. Chef hasn't tried the Sega yet.
No, I haven't.
But I think that lady seemed like she would be pretty trustworthy.
Yeah, I got me I have a Mr. Bunny heater, red and black kind that you put a propane bottle on. I picked me up a little Mr. Heater one too, and I fired it up this morning, and it works great. I only paid $5 for it too.
We're just going to let these saute up for just a minute. And you want to give me that bouillon so I can show them?
Oh yeah.
Most have seen the bouillon I use, but in case there's a new subscriber that hasn't seen the bouillon.
That's what we use usually.
Yeah, I do like better than bouillon, but I kind of have a tendency to like this better. Me and Chef both do.
Yeah, all of them.
You can find this in the Hispanic foods aisle at Walmart and most of your other stores. We buy their chicken bouillon, their chicken and tomato bouillon, and then their beef. And we really, 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 really like it.
Yep.
Really, really, really like it.
It's just a tad on the salty, so you gotta watch how much you use.
And like I said, better than bouillon is good. And I have beef better than bouillon, chicken better than bouillon, and vegetable better than bouillon. But it's a little bit more on the pricier side. And to me, the flavor's not as great. That's just my tip for the day. Sorry about that. Okay. Get these stirred around a little bit more. Just trying to let them sweat a little bit before we get the meat in there. Come here, you big piece of onion. It's kind of cool trying to look at it through the camera instead of, you know, just looking at it. All right. I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes. Anyway, hope everybody's been doing great. This daggone Delta variant of COVID is really kicking people in the seat of the pants around. I mean, I know a lot of states, but around here, hospitalizations in our county and the county north. Hospitalizations and cases are up. So, but everywhere we go, we see people not wearing a mask. And, you know, to each their own. A lot of people, they think, I've been vaccinated, I'm not going to wear a mask. But even vaccinated people, even though they're not getting as sick, they're still getting it. Me and the chef, we've never stopped wearing our masks. And we probably never will. Just to be honest.
We were at Walmart yesterday, unbeknownst to us. Once we went in, they were having their get your school supplies day where...
I'm going to add my beef back in now.
If Walmart does it or they're in conjunction with somebody else, but all the people who qualify can bring their kids in and they're shopping.
Yeah, like low income.
Yeah, low income stuff. And there was hundreds of people to Walmart. And not one parent or one kid was wearing a mask.
Yeah, nobody.
All the employees at Walmart were wearing a mask. We were wearing our masks, and there was just a few other people that were smart and were wearing their masks. But the majority of people had no mask on.
It's drippy, so be careful with it. Okay, so now we have our beef in there. I'm gonna, let's see if I'm gonna, hang on a second, guys. Okay, guys, so I went ahead and shut off the saute feature. Now I'm going to sprinkle in this Italian seasoning and au jus. And if you guys haven't tried this, I'd highly recommend it. It's very, very good. So we have that in there. Can you open this for me? Next, we're going to dump in our jar of banana peppers. This is a small jar. It's a 12.5 fluid ounce. It's the mild. You want to make sure that you don't get the hot unless you want it to be hot. Dumping this in. Banana peppers, juice, and all. All right. And I'm going to stir up my broth here. Again, this is 1 cup of broth. Well, Chef actually got a little over a cup of water in there. We're not going to use it all. 1 cup of broth to 1 teaspoon of bouillon. And we're just going to pour this. Oh, what the heck. We're just going to use it all. Not going to hurt. The more beefy, the better. So we're just going to stir this around in here. Get these flavors all mixed up. All right. Smells so good already. Okay. All right, that's all we need to add in here. And like I said, if you're using a slow cooker, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to sear your meat on the stove. You can sear your onions or not. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can just throw your onions as is in the slow cooker. But anyway, you're going to sear your meat, put it in your slow cooker, put your onions in. All the seasonings that I just put in. You're going to slow cook it on high for 1 hour and then turn it down to low and slow cook it for about 8 to 10 hours. So I need to go ahead and get the pressure cooking lid on. Oops, sorry. I got to get my pressure cooking lid on. Okay, Chef's going to do this for me. And the Ninja Foodi has 2 lids. It has your air crisp lid and your pressure cooking lid. So he has it on. He has it on seal because now we're going to pressure cook. So I'm coming over here to pressure. I'm going to hit pressure. It's on high pressure, which is what we want. And we're going to do the time. We're going to do it for about 50 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and make it a cool hour. We've got time. Okay, we're going to do it for an hour. And I'm going to press start. So once it comes up to pressure, it's going to cook for an hour. And once that time is up, we're going to go ahead and let it natural release for about 15 minutes or so. And then once it natural releases, then we're going to go ahead and release the rest of the pressure. And then we'll finish off our sandwich after that, and we'll show you what we're going to do with it. So we will be back. We're going to get ready to do the, what do you call it, tag challenge that Chef is going to do. So we will see you guys back shortly. But that will be posted as a separate video. We'll be back, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. And as you can see, I kind of let the time get away from me. I was only going to let it natural release for like 15 minutes, but I was working on another video, so there's no pressure left in it. It's already done its natural release. So I'm gonna take the lid off right here, and I'm going to put it over here out of my way. Bear with me just a minute. Get it out of the way. All right. And we're going to have a look-see down in here. And the old Ninja. And see how buttery that meat is? It just pulls right apart. Look at that, guys. It just pulls right apart. Looks so good. A nice gravy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put you guys on pause a minute. I'm going to get all this meat out of there, and I'm going to put it into a bowl with our juice, and then we'll be back to assemble our sandwiches. Okay, guys, I've taken the meat and the peppers and onions out. If you can see all that. That meat is so super tender, just fall apart buttery. And set it off to the side. I still have the majority of the juice in the Ninja, and we will take care of that here in a little bit. I have these deli super sub buns. We wanted something, we wanted like a little bit harder of a hoagie roll, but when we were at Walmart, everything was just gone. It's like the bread aisles were so empty, and the bakery aisles just didn't have a lot. So we're going to have to use these, and they're only split on one side, if you guys can see that. Still going to make us a good sandwich. So you're going to want two, right?
I don't know, it's pretty big.
Okay, well, we'll start out with one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to butter the inside. And if it splits, that's okay, because we're going to have cheese on it in a little bit that's going to put it all together. So just going to open these up nice and get some butter on them. Got the oven on, and we're just going to broil these to get them browned up a little bit. So I've got my butter here, my butter knife. Just give it a nice layer of butter. If you want to go even one extra step, you can do garlic butter. Garlic butter is good too. But we're just keeping it kind of simple. We want to toast this up a little bit so that it stands up to the Italian beef. You want a good bread that's going to stand up to that. So I'm going to finish buttering these, and I'm going to get them in the oven on broil until they get browned up. And when that gets done, we'll be back to finish assembling our sandwiches. So we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we've got our buns, our rolls nicely toasted. And we've got Great Value Provolone. I know it seems like Great Value is our go-to for just about everything. But, you know, you get good quality, so why not, right? Okay. Oh, that seems kind of thick. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some provolone cheese. Let's put a little on the bottom. You can never have too much cheese. Not when it comes to Italian beef. All right. So we've got cheese down. Now we're going to bring our meat over. And this has our onions in it, our banana peppers. And we're just going to load this up right here with our beef. If you guys can see that. Nice and buttery. Yum, yum, yum. Looks so good. And I wish you guys were here to have dinner with us. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. Let's see if we can get just a little bit more for this one. All right. I'm going to load up this one over here. Like I said, we're going to have juice on the side. So sometimes we dip, sometimes we don't. Just depends. Get a few onions on there. All right. Now what I'm going to do, we're going to put this back in the oven and toast it some more. So because we've got cheese on the bottom, I'm not going to go as crazy with it. I'm going to put a little cheese up here. Just like that. And then we're going to stick these back in the oven and broil again. And we're just going to broil them just until the cheese gets nice and melted. So when that happens, we'll be right back. Okay, guys, there you go. That is our dinner for tonight. Italian beef sandwiches, chips, pepperoncinis, with some au jus for dipping. That's the chef's plate. And there's my plate. So we're just going to, whoopsie, we're going to move this over here so Chef can give it a taste test.
You guys want to see what I do? I bite the end off my pepperoni.
Yeah.
And squeeze the juice out of it.
If you guys saw that, he bit the end off the pepperoni and then took the juice and squeezed it all over his Italian beef.
When I was a kid, there was a tavern that was some blocks away from where we lived.
Pepperoni, anyone? Pepperoni?
Called Sam's Place. And he had the best Italian sandwiches. Tastes just like these. People would come from all over. That place was packed.
Sam's? Yeah.
Sam's. And my dad used to go buy the sandwiches and stuff, but I could see the people in there. That's what they did. They took the pepperoncinis and put the juice out on them and put some on their sandwiches and ate some on the side. So that's why I do it that way.
It's a hefty sandwich.
Yeah, it's a very heavy sandwich.
Hear the crunch? Can we get an in shot?
That's a long, good
You turn it around this way. Ooh wee.
Good Italian beef.
How is it, babe?
It's good. The first time we've ever made one in Ninja. Tastes like it's been slow cooked all day.
Yeah, not bad for an hour in the Ninja. Of course, you know, I let it slow release too long, but about 15 minutes. But again, if you want to do it in a slow cooker, same ingredients, just sear your beef first. Add all of your ingredients in. Slow cook on high for an hour. Drop it down to low for about 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah, so it would have really took about, what, an hour and a half or an hour and 45 of the Ninja from start to finish?
Yeah, probably about an hour and 45 minutes
And
from start to finish.
It usually takes 5 or 6 hours when you slow sear it and slow cook it in a slow cooker.
Well,
on the
like
stove.
I said, about 8 to 10 hours for 2.5 pounds of ground chuck.
So,
Or not ground chuck, but chuck roast.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, because it tastes just like it's been cooking in a slow cooker all day.
So, yay to the Ninja for that one.
Yeah, it did really good.
Okay, guys, but we're going to go so we can eat our dinner. As always, we will put the recipe, our recipe, in the description box below. If you like any of our videos, please like, share, subscribe. Click the notification bell so that way you get notified when we put out a new video.
And if there's anybody in Terre Haute that remembers Sam's that sees this video, let me know.
Yeah, if anybody remembers Sam's, let us know.
Yeah, just off of Lafayette Avenue.
All right, guys, we will catch you in the next video.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Good night.